Hey everyone, I'm YGO Fun and welcome to one of my first videos on the channel. This is my Salamangreat deck profile. I recently played this at locals and it did well, but it lost more than it won, so yeah. So it's 40 cards, so let's get started. Alright, for main deck, I always run Fire. I think this card is amazing. It's a great extender. Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. It's a great extender. It gets you most of what you want. You know, that it's salad related. You know, and also it's a very easy ash bait. So, you know, even if the effect doesn't resolve because they ash it, you can always just use that to bait them so they're not ashing your, bait links. Next I run, 3 Spinny. So Spinny is just in general a great card. Most people forget its first effect, but basically it can target a Salamangreat monster, give it 500 attack and send itself to grave, right? And then you can just summon it out on field with, this is great for playing around the bureau, because if they nib your board and you already have a Spinny in grave, and let's say you have a Weasel in hand, you can just summon out Spinny, get the Weasel, link off. You know, you can just pretty much pop off from there. You know, so yeah, this is a really great extender. Next card, and honestly, my favorite so far in the deck, Gazelle. Gazelle is in general great all around. It plays around Droll pretty nicely, since Droll stops you from getting deck to hand. So they draw you, that's fine. This is sending from deck to grave, and most of the time you're either sending Roars or Spinny, or sometimes Jaguar, but that's not happening a lot. But yeah, also it can just special summon itself, which is great. So it requires you, so you don't have to waste your normal summons that much. Although even if it's normal summon, it gets its effect. For the cards, we run 2 of 1 Foxy. Foxy's great all around. Nice graveyard effect. First effect, evacuate the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose one that's Salamangreat, add it to hand, shuffle the rest back, right? It's great. This can really fix your hand if you bricked. You get a Foxy, as long as they don't ash it, you're pretty fine. Of course, even if they do ash it, just go into a Baylinks, so it's fine. But yeah. For the cards, we run 1 of 1 Foul, which is a great extender. It just special summons itself whenever a Salamangreat monster except Foul is special summoned or normal summoned. So, just a great extender. Weasel, it's another extender. Basically, if you have 2 or more Salamangreat monsters in a graveyard, it can special summon itself from your hand. Also, it can send itself back to deck by targeting a Salamangreat monster in your graveyard, sending it to your opponent's side of the field, put this on the bottom of your deck, and draw a card. Right? It's an easy +1 card in your hand, easy +1 on the field. There's not a real reason not to run it. It's great all around, honestly. 1 Jaguar. I mostly use it for its graveyard effect. You could just recycle a lot of your combo material with it, so it's great. Mirror, easy special summon. You know, it's just a great extender. Falco, I have not found myself using. I'm going to be honest, and I might end up cutting it for the deck list. It does come up sometimes, but most of the time I really don't see myself using this that often. But it's still a pretty good card. And for the last set of salads, I know it doesn't say Salamangreat, but Code of Soul is an amazing card. I recently just got this in the mail, and honestly, this card is amazing. Because even if they pop your Sanctuary, if you have Code and Soul, it could just special summon itself from hand if you have a Link monster on field. And not only that, you could still use its effect if it's sent to graveyard. So let's say they send this to grave, you could just banish it and Reincarnation Link summon. It does nothing if they banish it or destroy it. You know, they would have either have to Foolish Burial it, or I don't know what else they could do besides Foolish Burial it in the graveyard. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe if you guys know, just tell me in the comments. But we got 3 Lady Debug for cards that aren't salad. This is just a great extender. I was thinking about 3 Flame of running Flame Buffalo instead. But I'm gonna be honest, I've done deck testing on Dueling Book and it just didn't do well, and more often than not, the cards I got weren't what I was looking for. So I would just rather have something I can actually search out. Also, it's a rank 4, so it's great for it's level 4, so it's great for babushka plays, right? But like, I'd rather have something I can directly search something out, you know. So yeah, 3 of those. For hand traps, we don't run much because I don't actually like running hand traps, but like I understand how necessary they are in the current meta. So we run 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. This card is great. If you know, you know. It basically stops them from adding from deck to hand. Well, it doesn't stop them from adding from deck to hand, but it doesn't allow them to search, special summon from deck, or send cards from deck to graveyard. This can really mess up a lot of strategies. This is like really good. Some people say it's losing value, but I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen that. Another card is Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion. Yes, I got the secret rare version. I'm very proud of having a playset of this secret rare. But this card is great. It's basically kind of like an Ash, but for graveyard or banished effects. Basically, if you add cards from your deck to your from your graveyard to your hand, deck, or extra deck, it can negate it, or special summon a monster from the graveyard, it can negate it. Also, banish a card from graveyard, it can negate that too. Alright. It's just great all around, you know. It's Ash for the graveyard, pretty much. For the salad spells, and that's basically it for the monster lineup. Sorry, I'm moving a bit too fast, but that's it for the monsters. Yeah. Now on to the spells and traps. We run 3 circle, right? This is like super amazing. It searches you out any salad, you know, and it's also great Ash bait. If you play this, I will normally I will always play this first to bait out an Ash, because I'd rather bait that Ash than have it mess up something later, you know. For the 1-0s, 1 Sanctuary, 1 Charge, 1 Will. Will's obvious, you know. It basically just gives you free bodies. On top of that, it can recur your salad monsters. Circle can basically recycle a bunch of your materials. Or not a bunch, but like a decent amount, so you're still in the grind game. And Sanctuary is kind of self-explanatory. It allows you to reincarnate Link Summon. So yeah, that's it for the salad, spells, and traps. Sorry I keep hitting the camera. Next up, we have Signet Mining. This card is amazing. It's a great searcher. Searches out your Code of Soul, your Lady Debug. Pretty much, it searches out the entire Cyber's monsters in your deck. So this is great. You know, 1 level 4 lower Cyber's monster you can search out. Yeah. For the cards, we won 1 Triple Tactics Talent and 1 Called with the Grave. You may be wondering, why don't you run any Triple Tactics Thrust? Well, that's for a very simple reason. I don't own any copies. If I did, I probably would implement it somehow. But unfortunately, I don't own any copies, so I'm working with what I got. And this is what I got, which isn't bad, you know. I think it's a pretty decent list overall. But yeah, this is great. This is really great. I honestly, this card has saved me so much. It's funny. It's really funny. For the last 3 cards, they're traps. To Roar, it's your Omni Negate, your basically go-to card you send to the graveyard off Gazelle, and the card you always just want to either see in hand or make sure is in graveyard to get it back on the field. And 1 Roar, this card is the definition of funny. Seeing your opponent build a board and then using Salamangreat Rage to just basically wipe it by targeting a link monster you control. It can destroy cards up to that amount. Right, up to its link rating, sorry, if it was reincarnate link summoned. So that's really, really good. Yeah. That's it for the main deck. Good 40 cards. Now, let's get on to the extra deck. And for the salad monsters, we're running 2 Raging Phoenix. This card is self-explanatory. When it's re-link summoned, it can basically get you any Salamangreat spell or trap. If a Salamangreat link monster is destroyed, it can basically summon itself out, by targeting a link monster in the graveyard, and it gains attack equal to that amount. It's really great. It's really, really good. And it has great synergy with Promethean Fire Princess. Lol, can't speak today. 2 Pyro Phoenix. All right. This card is amazing. Most people don't notice, but you don't actually have to relink this off to use these 2 effects. Because apparently, I was playing Dueling Book, and for some reason, I didn't have to do that. So I don't know if that's a glitch, but if that's true, I'll probably ask for rollings, but you get what I mean. Nukes the board, burns them. It's great. Heatleo. I'm gonna be honest, I've not actually used Heatleo. He's in the deck, but I haven't actually used him. He can pop a spell and trap in the back row, which is great. That's a really good effect. And he can decrease attack by targeting a monster in your grave. But I'm gonna be honest, I have not found myself using him. Alright, let's move a little bit further down to Sunlight Wolf. This card is a definition of goated in the deck. It can recycle most of your cards. It can recycle any of your fire monsters. Normally you're going to be recycling your Ash, but another good target will be your Gazelle. It can get back a Salamangreat spell or trap. So you can easily get back Circle. So yeah, that's great. But for the last of the salad Mangreat links, we have Balinks. This one's pretty much self-explanatory. It protects your Salamangreat link monsters to get you Sanctuary. It's just great all around. And for the actual last salad monsters in the extra deck, because Max Stalio, it's a free extender. Pretty much, you can easily make this first turn. It's great. For our other link monsters, we run Transcode Talker, great extender. Promethean Fire Princess, great disruption and extender. She's basically a better version of Transcode, if I'm being honest. Cyber's Widdakid, great way. This is a great way to search out Weasel from deck. So yeah, and 1 Babushka, just in case I have somebody who is being super annoying. And that's it for the extra deck. Now for the side deck, we run 1 Transcode. I will normally take out my Heatleo and put in the Transcode, because like I said, I don't normally see myself relinking off the Heatleo. Or I'll take out the Babushka, most likely. But yeah, Axe is good. For other cards, we run 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and 1 Dark Hole. These cards are really good. This just removes back row. This nukes the board. It's great. We run 3 Nibiru in the side deck. Sorry. This card is great. I've been finding it's pretty good against Yummy. They summon an entire board. You use this, wipe it, Of course they recover, but it's not as strong as their end board normally would be. Also Droll is being good against most of my Yummy matchups, mostly against